Hello everyone, my name is Maria again, and I wanted to today continue the tutoring that I started yesterday about basic Copic blending, and I wanted to continue with the dress. And like I said, I am trying to do some videos that will hopefully help some people that are still having some problems with their Copic blending. So I chose today from the blue family. This one's blends so beautifully, and it's such a pretty blue that I wanted to try them out and see if you wanted to try them out with me and see if that works for you. I'm going to be doing B24, B26, and B29, and they blend very well. So I'm going to write them right here. It's going to be B24, B26, and B29. So we're going to go ahead and work those. I am going to start, because the B29 is so dark, I am going to start with the lightest one and then work my way back from darker to light. So let's start with B24, and I'm going to start, since we started the first one with the shading on this side being the darkest, I'm going to go ahead and follow the same way with the bathing suit. So I am going to, and this is very basic blending. I'm not going to do anything special. That's why I chose this very simple image to show how this works. So I'm just kind of flicking out from this side. And this is where my shading, where my darker color is going to be. And sometimes it helps better with the blending if you start with the lighter one. And because my B29 is so dark, I decided to start with the lighter one. It helps. Then I'm going to go with B26. And I'm going to go over what I just did with B24. And I'm just going to follow the same way. I sometimes like to sort of draw here, follow the drawing, and then from there pull out a little farther out, not completely there. Then I'm gonna go to my B29, which is the darkest, and then I'm gonna go, this one has a lot of ink, so I need to be careful. I don't know if you can see, but I am going to, usually they say with the darkest you use less. So I'm going to go over what I did with B26. Now I'm going to go back down with B24, and I'm going to pull some of that dark color out this way. So I don't start from the very edge here. I'm going to start with the colors meet right over here. And I just love this blue. It's so pretty. And I may have to go a couple of times because you can see it's already pulling. Oh, sorry. I grabbed the wrong one. It's supposed to be B26. Whoops. Sorry. Okay, so again, I'm going to where the colors meet. No wonder it was pulling so much color out from the dark one. So I am going to pull out even farther out. You can go as far as you want. It depends on how you want it to look. Then the lightest now, B24, I am going, like I mentioned before, I like to start from this end because the lighter ones seem to pull color from the darker ones. So I try to go in the opposite direction. See, it's where the colors meet. That's where I'm trying to blend. And sometimes you gotta work it just a little bit until you're happy with the blending. And I don't really think I need to do that much to it. Maybe just kind of a little more. Yep. I think that looks very nice. I don't think I have too much I don't have to do that much to it. So you can see the darker, medium, and then the lightest on this side. So we'll repeat the same thing to the skirt. We'll start with the B24, which is the lightest again. Like I said, I'm not going to do anything fancy. You can see there's pleats on the skirt, but that's for another class. So I am going to just keep it simple. And then just follow the same thing I did here. So with the lightest, I'm wetting the paper by doing that, so it's easier to blend the other colors that are darker. I'm going to go to B26, and then I'm going to go to the corner, to the edge here, and start making it darker. And you want to be consistent, if you can, with how you colored up here. Because if you have like a lot of dark, and then it's not going to look even with the one on top. Then we go with the darkest, B29. And then I'm going to go to the very edge here and put down some dark color. If I want it darker on top, I can always go back. It's still wet. I can always go back and add more dark, but I think I'm going to leave it alone. Then make sure I grab the right one this time. It's B26. And I'm going to pull some of that darker color out. And because I used the wrong marker, I pulled too much dark out of here, so I may go back and add a little dark there. Oops, I forgot to also put some dark here in the middle. And then we're gonna finish it off with the lightest, B24. And again, I'm going to start from this side instead, because it's so light that it tends to pull too much color out of the other one, and I want it to blend, not to make it lighter. This is, like I said, it's such a pretty blue, and it blends so pretty and so well, but I barely have to go back twice to add to it. So as you can see, you have, again, dark, medium, and then light on that side. I hope you like that color combination. On the flower, I guess you can color any other color, any color you want. But that is as far as I'm going to go with this. There's another pretty blue combination. It doesn't blend as easy as this one, but is one of my favorites too. Is B37, 34, and 32, or B37, B34, and B32. These are very pretty too, that I could show you if you want. I have another one here. I didn't color the skin on this one because I was only talking about the hair. But let's try this one following the same principle. We can start with B32. So let's go ahead and do this here. B34 and B37. This is a pretty blue combination too. So let's start with the lighter one. See how this one goes. So and then I'll show you the difference in this blues. And I hope you like this one. Since I went ahead and show you what I'm doing, I'll go a little faster on this one, and I'll also do the skirt just to save time. I don't want this video to be too long. Let's go a little farther out. I'm not too concerned about how that's blend there because we're gonna go over it. Then I'm gonna go to the second one, darkest, which is B34. And we're gonna do the same thing. We're going to start from the corner here and then out, or the edge, and then out. This one is a little more, it's not as intense as the other one. That's why I like this one so much, the other one so much. And then we're gonna go with the darkest, which is B37. And I'm just going over the colors, the lighter colors that I laid out. So you can see this one is pretty dark. It's pretty dark. I'm putting more dark than I did on the other one, just because this one I think I'm gonna need a little extra here. Gotta be careful because this marker, I don't use it very often, and it has a lot of ink and it tends to bleed a little bit. Okay, so I'm going back down, B3-4, and I'm gonna be careful because this one is pulling some color. So I think I'm gonna do it this way like I do with the lighter one, because it kind of sort of pulls some color out of the dark one. That's why I put more. See, it doesn't blend as beautifully as the other one does. And I hope you can see that. So sometimes I just kind of go in both directions and pull. Go this way and that way. So you kind of work it. If it does that, you just kind of work it a little bit to make sure. And if you have to go back and add more dark, you can do that. See, that looks pretty good, I think. I hope you can see what I'm doing. Then I'm going to go back to the lightest color, B3-2. And this one is so light that I am going to start again from this side. And then join where I stopped here. You can see this one is very, very light. So I may need to go with the other one even farther out and not leave as much as I left with the other one, because this color is so light, and they're only 2 numbers apart, and this one is just so much lighter and it doesn't blend as well. In that case, see, I'm just working it here. If you can see what I'm doing, just go to where the colors meet and then you work it there. And I'm sure you can see that difference, how dark it is. And again, in real life, it's not as dark as it shows on the video until they blend. I mean, it dries up and it blends better. So instead of going back to the really dark one, I'm just going to add more of this B3-4 to see if I can bring the color out more. And I'm not going to go all the way back. I'm just going to go where the colors meet again. And because it's so light, I need to have less of a light one so it looks better, if that makes sense. So you see what I'm doing here. Pulling a little bit of that darker color out. And I'm hoping that there should be good. Then I'm going to go back with my lightest. And I'm going to follow the same principle of coming this way and then towards the dark. So I think that looks much better. Yes. So that's the thing about Copic coloring. If you think it's not working for you the way you colored it, you can always go back and add less or more of the color, and then you blend it until you're happy with it. And there you go. So you have this lighter part here, and you know, the more color you add, even if it's the light, it's gonna get darker. So you can go back and add more, and it's gonna make this side here darker. And you don't need to press very hard, but the more you add and you touch this one, the lighter the darker one becomes, because this one pulls color from the dark one. So that's why I always like to go this way and be very gentle and light with your coloring. So let me show you the difference of the two. That's why I like this one better than this one as far as that goes. This one is some more blue, dark blue, navy blue, I guess, and this one has it's lighter. As this dries up, those colors here will blend even better. So I want you to consider this one. It's more towards the denim blue than this one is. So there you go. I have those two color blending of the the two blues. I have this blending group here, B32, 34, 37, or B24, B26, and B29. This one is my favorite, but they both, this one you have to work it a little more. Okay, so I hope this helps you out, and please subscribe to my channel, and if you have any questions, please go ahead and write them down below, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. And I hope you follow my videos and also my Facebook page and my blog. Thank you for stopping by, and have a great day.